My name is Mike. The name of my company is called Wornstar Media. It's sort of a continuation where the last video ended off. When I went through the process of asking or applying for RPAS, authorization to fly my drone, for this particular video shoot that I've documented all the way through. What ended up happening, the approval came through, of course, but what we got was a reply from Nav Canada with regards to my remote piloted aircraft, the system request for authorization. Good afternoon. Are you able to reduce your maximum radius down to 0.25 nautical miles for a quicker approval process? Frankly, I would have liked to have had a minimum of a nautical mile around the place, but it being May long weekend, I don't know who works and who doesn't work. I want to get the approval in place. That came through within 24 hours. So my response to that was yes, thanks. And then I got a response in accordance. Flight is approved of the following amendments. You reduced the minimum radius to 0.25. So applied for, and I showed you the application process with regards to getting the RPAS approval in place. Communication happened with Nav Canada, and then the approval came in place. Alright, so battery's charged, card's all clear. It's kind of a pain in the butt when you forget something, so it's nice to make sure that everything's all looked after the night before. So as you've seen before, I set up the appointment on my Microsoft Outlook. I just open up my Outlook on my phone. It lets me know on my phone what the address is. As you had seen, I just hard press it and Google Maps opens up and it lets me know where it is that I'm supposed to go. On the way to the appointment, I thought we'd have a quick conversation with regards to drones and the importance of drones in real estate shooting. Maybe give you a little bit of insight to my experience as far as drone, the level of experience I have or how much I fly a drone or whatever the case is. From the consumer side of things, the buyer, the home buyer, would it be nice for you to know what's going on with regards to the home that you're considering making a purchase of, to know what's going on in the neighborhood? Whether there's a school nearby, whether there's parks nearby. Maybe you're a dog owner, maybe you like a large property, maybe you don't like something, maybe you don't like the fact that it's, that there's no back lane or something along that lines, or you butt up against another property and you don't like that. So it's nice to be able to have that vantage point from the sky. You just simply can't get that vantage point without a drone. As far as the real estate agent side of things are concerned, it sure seems to me that the success of drone shots are super important. It seems the packages that I provide have extraordinary success with regards to the amount of showings, the amount of offers a property gets, and I think the drone viewpoint from the sky, whether it's photography or whether it's video, is important to let a potential consumer know how special that property is. There's a park or a path or a river or a body of water or something like that nearby. People really like to know. So let's have a conversation with regards to my experience with regards to drones. Previous job, Derek Roth from Adventure Power Products, he purchased a drone for the business. He spent a lot of money on it. I'd already been sort of curious about drones, and he handed me the drone, thanks Derek, and said, "You've got 5 minutes, learn it. I want you to fly it." there sure is lots of education that goes into with regards to a drone. I was so nervous when I first started flying drones. The level of anxiety that it causes me, and I still get a rush or a level of anxiety with regards to flying a drone. There's something really fun about it, but it sure is an important tool, and I've relaxed about it considerably. The first drone I purchased for myself was a DJI Mavic Mini. It's a very, very capable drone. It's amazing. And one of the main reasons why I did is because it's 250 grams, and 250 grams is an important weight level, not only in Canada, but internationally. 250 grams and lower, everything is considered to be a toy. You don't need any licensing whatsoever. I mean, there's some rules. You shouldn't be stupid with regards to flying the drone, but it really doesn't fall into anything with regards to flying the drone. You can pick it up and fly it. Now, DJI has their own no-fly zones in their geofencing. So if you were to try to take off, say at the airport, Winnipeg Airport, or really, really close, there are some areas where the drone just simply won't let you fly at all, which is actually ended up causing me some challenges. My understanding of those no-fly zones are crazy. The biggest problem with the DJI Mavic Mini is its size. It's so small. If I would have gone, say, all the way through 2020 flying DJI Mavic Mini, I wouldn't have been able to shoot any drone stuff at all. It just simply can't handle the wind. So when I realized that, I knew that I needed to get myself a bigger drone. I wasn't sure whether I really needed to do a Mavic 2 Pro. I thought, it's $2,800 for a drone package with extra batteries and stuff. So I decided to see if I could find something used. That was a big mistake. I found a standard DJI Pro, the first generation of it. One of the batteries wasn't working, so I had to purchase another battery. I needed new props and stuff like that. And so the amount of investment that I made, the initial $1,000 in this drone, and then, as it turns out, the actual camera itself had, I don't know if it was bacteria or whatever inside the camera, and the way the first generation camera was made, you couldn't remove the lenses. So what was happening is there were spots all in my footage, whether it was drone, whether it was photography, or whether it was video, there were spots everywhere, which drove me absolutely bonkers. I remember very specifically that there was a project I was trying to get done, a real estate project I was shooting some video for. Real estate agent, and there was a $9 million vacant property available in Headingley, and I couldn't use the drone that I had just purchased, and I purchased it specifically because of the wind, and then it wasn't working for me because of the spots. And then I grabbed the Mavic Mini and tried to fly it, and it was windy and it couldn't, and I just simply got so frustrated. I went right down to a consumer electronics store and purchased myself DJI Mavic 2 Pro and invested the $2,800. That's my main drone, DJI Mavic 2 Pro. It has got a Hasselblad camera on it, which is a high-end camera. It's got a 1-inch sensor. Which is really technical information, but basically it has enough, it's open enough, it's sophisticated enough that you can take the highest quality of images that you would want to take, professional type of images. All that being said, there's a level of certification and stuff like that that's required, and it's an important conversation to have. I had the DJI Mavic Mini. I decided to buy that first DJI Mavic Pro. I knew I needed to get some certification. I did some research because it was over 250 grams. I did some research, and I found out that there was 2 levels of certification. One's basic and one's advanced. I read real quickly the what you can do when you fly under basic and advanced. So I just got the basic because my understanding was that distance from people or over people or something, and I'm not planning on filming crowds and concerts and stuff, so I just didn't think the advanced operations certifications was necessary. I did the test online. It cost $10 a try. It took me 4 tries to get 80%. It was very, very difficult to do. So I got the beginner certification. I then went on and registered the drone. I put stickers on the side of the drone, and there you go. Totally flying legal, and knowing that knowing that if I'm too close to an airport, the DJI sort of takes over things, and they don't allow you to fly in their geo-fenced no-fly zones. So I'm covered, I've got a license, certification, drones registered, stickers on the side, I'm good to go. And then when that standard DJI Mavic Pro didn't work out because of the spots, I got myself a DJI Mavic 2. And then I registered that one, put the numbers on the side, and everything was fine. Or so I thought. So I was conducting business and doing fine and learning and progressing and advancing in my skills, etc., with regards to client base, with regards to doing real estate stuff. Then all of a sudden I get a telephone call from Nav Canada, thinking that he's just an idiot when he phoned me. He said he's been getting complaints. I said, complaints with an S? And he said, yeah, complaints. And I said, from who? And he said, from real estate agents. And I said, real estate agents with an S? And he says, yes, real estate agents have been complaining. Anybody else? And he says, no, just real estate agents. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll allow you to come to your own conclusions how ridiculous and junior high-ish that is. But I knew everything that I was doing was fine, so I just laughed it all off. I had a conversation with him, told him that, you know what, I've got the beginner's certification, I've got the drone registered, the drone won't let me take off if I'm in a no-fly zone, so everything's fine, so don't worry about it. He proceeded to tell me, actually, no, you're not. You're not good with this. And he proceeded to tell me about the areas that I was wrong. And there were 5 particular videos that I had on YouTube that were in question. And as it turns out, I was making those flights completely against the rules. Now, the penalty with regards to the drone flying illegally is $5,000 each offense. That's 5 videos. I was facing $25,000 worth of fines. I was very open and transparent with him. I thought I had everything done totally fine, and I didn't. And he was sympathetic with regards to my effort to at least try. So what I did was I decided to go ahead and get my advanced drone operations. The challenge with getting your advanced drone operations is you thought at the beginning, if you would think that the level of complexity with regards to getting your beginner certification, holy smokes, the advanced is insane. You're supposed to actually take a course. There's a course that's 40 hours or 60 hours. I mean, that's going to take you a solid week to take. Again, I didn't really know that you were really supposed to take that course. So I did some studying on my own. The test is available online. It's $10 a crack. You need to get 80% on that one. You can take the test every day if you want to, but there's a 24-hour wait between attempts. So I tried. First time I failed. I tried the second time. Holy smokes, I passed. I got 80% on the test. I really did study. So it was pretty amazing, and I let the guy at Nav Canada know the processes I've taken. I've got the course, and now I need to get a flight review. So that means I need to phone the guy. As a matter of fact, the guy that I phoned to give me the flight review was a guy who teaches the course. He wasn't too happy that I was able to pass the test without actually taking the course. Went in the flight review, and the flight review was took it last October. Was nerve-wracking. But I had enough stick time, as it's called, that it gave me enough experience with regards to flying the drone that I was able to get the test done despite the fact. So I got my advanced drone certification. Now, it's a complex process to get it done. I suppose anything worth doing is not worth doing if it's not easy and it's a complex process. Most of Winnipeg, St. Andrews, Lockport area as well, but most of Winnipeg, and there's an exception with regards to the south and the way east and stuff like that, you need advanced drone operations to fly in. You don't if you have a Mavic Mini or something like that, but the way, like I was saying with regards to the wind, it's almost impossible to do a good job for a client with regards to a Mavic Mini. And not only that, the quality of the camera and the quality of the output of the product isn't as good as well. I demand the best out of myself as far as representing my company. In the last episode, you saw the process that I needed to go in order to apply for the RPAS authorization to have it okay to fly, to get authorization to fly. In the beginning of this episode, you saw that they amended it if I wanted quick, and I did, because it's May long weekend. I don't know who works when, but I want to make sure that I have authorization to fly for the shoot. So they regulated me back to 0.25 nautical miles as far as the distance that I'm allowed to fly, which is fine. I should be able to get it done just fine. It's just, nice to know what's going on and around the property. So there you go. There's my experience with regards to drones. So thanks for having a listen to episode 2 of what it's like, the steps that I take in order to be able to shoot a real estate video. Episode 3, I'm going to take you through how it is that I go about flying my drone, how I take it off, how it takes off, or how I take it off, if that makes any sense, and stuff like that. So thanks once again for listening, and look forward to episode 3. If you look down in the comments or the detail section of this video, you'll see links to episode 1. Thanks so much for listening to this video.